my friends, it's Lala. Let's talk about August before we get into September's reaction and TBR. So, at the end of my August unhaul video, I had 7 books that I had to read. I did have like sequels to some of these books, but technically I think we've decided that I have to read the first book in the series or the next book in the series if it's a series I've already started in order to keep subsequent novels, even if they were in the unhaul themselves. Just because it's unrealistic to expect me to read like 5 books in a series if I bought an entire series in a month. And so of those 7, I read, drumroll please, 4. I only read 4. I'm really upset with myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm extremely frustrated because 4 is not bad, but the 4 I read got low ratings. And there's one book here, well actually there's 2 books here that I have to unhaul that I'm annoyed with myself because if I had read them, they might have gotten higher ratings than these. But because of the situation I put myself in and trying to read 7 books in 7 days for a readathon, I read all of the short books from my closet unhaul. And the 2 really long ones that were intimidating, I just couldn't fit in there. So I didn't get to them at all, and I'm really annoyed. So I read What I Was by Meg Rosoff, 2 stars, Orange is the New Black by Piper Kerman, 3 stars, A Visit from the Goon Squad by Jennifer Egan, 3 stars, and Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater, 3 stars. The thing about Shiver, The thing about Shiver is that I don't even remember my unhaul, but I didn't haul this, did I? I think I hauled Linger or Forever, but we decided collectively I had to read the first book. And now that I've read the first book and it got 3 stars, I don't plan to read any more from the series. But I have the whole series now, including Sinner, the last book, which I like never think I'll get to because like it's not even part of the actual trilogy. But anyway, so now I have this choice of which one I can save because you guys gave me a save, which I appreciate. I can only save 1. Technically, this was also in the unhaul and I was supposed to read that in order to keep that, but I didn't read that. So like, does my 1 save count for both of these? It shouldn't, but I'm really pissed off that I didn't read Rebel Angels. It's just, it was so long and I'm really mad about getting rid of White Teeth. And the whole point of this closet unhaul is to get rid of books that like have been here for so long that I haven't gotten to, and to force myself to get to the ones that I want to get to. But I didn't really want to get to these more than these. It's just that they were shorter. So I'm not sure what to do at this point. I'm getting rid of Elizabeth is Missing because I just don't care about that book anymore. So that's fine. But now I have these 3 books that I would like to keep. And I'm not sure quite what to do with that. So I guess I'm giving myself 1 more month to read Rebel Angels, and this is technically my save, and I'm using my save for 2 books. I don't know. I'm in a bad mood. Let's get on to my September unhaul. Maybe that'll put me in a better mood. You think? Alright, I am ready to watch my September haul from 2015. Are you guys ready? I'm at this weird part in my closet unhaul where I have seen a lot of the books that I knew was going to be, like I knew I'd had it for over 2 years. And now it's definitely going to be a surprise what's popping up. It's always been kind of a surprise, but there's been ones that I've been expecting. September will be fine. It's October I'm a little worried about because October I only want to read like spooky books. And I don't know if I would have done a spooky kind of haul. Alright, so my book stack for the month, I accumulated 22 new books in the month of September. 9 of which I have read this month. I read when I bought them, or I've already read them. So the very first book at the top of my stack is one of the ones that I have already previously read. Obviously, I just said it, I have read Slaughterhouse-Five, one of my favorite books. Next up we have Into Thin Air by Joan Krakauer, which is another one that I read. It was just last month. I have 2 copies of that now. I I love Everest stories. And sitting right beside it on the shelf was his other book, Into the Wild. Not his other book, he has more books than just this. So I have read Into the Wild since this video. All right, next we have Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Is that how you pronounce that? Yeah, I'm not sure. But I don't know a ton about this. A lot of people have read this and loved it, and that it's either set in Nigeria or the characters are Nigerian. Okay, so I haven't read Americana yet. This is one of those books that I thought would show up in a closet unhaul because it's actually not even in here. It's on my TBR shelf. So here's Americana. It is big. 560 pages. We'll see how that goes. Next up, we've got Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, which I've read. Next up, I have The Secret History by Donna Tartt. You know what? If I hadn't already read The Goldfinch this year via a closet unhaul, I would be unhauling The Secret History for sure. But now that I've read The Goldfinch and loved The Goldfinch, I'm actually excited about The Secret History. And it's right here. This is another big one, I feel, like 550 pages. I remember the reviews being like hate or love. A lot of people said it was like fantastic. It was amazingly written. It really made you think about stuff. And then a lot of other people were like, this is pretentious. This is like an author who's just like trying to seem really smart. Well, I'm excited to see which side I fall on. The next one is really exciting. It's We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. This is the third book in the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. Next up is a book I read this month. I originally got it as a library book. I was really enjoying it, and then I saw it at Value Village and I picked up a physical copy to keep for myself. And another book that I read this month is next up. That is The Good Girl by Mary... I didn't look up how to pronounce this author. Kubica. I still don't actually know how to pronounce it, but I call her Mary Kubica. I don't know if that's right. I've tried to find like interviews with her, but it's never her introducing herself, so I don't know for sure. I've since read every Mary Kubica book. Next we've got Brain on Fire by Susanna Cahalan. I think in a video before I talked about her and I called her Callahan. But this is about to be developed into a film, and I'm pretty sure it's Chloe Grace Moretz, if I recall correctly, who's going to star as her. That still hasn't come out yet, which is crazy. I think it's coming out soon, or maybe it's just like not widely released, so I haven't really heard of it coming out. I have since read that as well. Next up, I have two books by Rochelle Mead, and I read Vampire Academy a long time ago, but I mostly skimmed it. Yeah. I unhauled both of those books just last month when I was going through, and I was really trying to just get rid of all the books that I had picked up because other people wanted to read them, or other people had read them. I said this in my last unhaul, but like there are so many. When I first started BookTube 2 years ago, I didn't like know about all the books. I just knew about the ones that people were talking about, and so I would just pick up anything that I'd heard anyone talk about because I was like, if they liked it, maybe I should read it. And so a lot of my closet is like science fiction, fantasy, YA stuff that now, knowing what I like more and being more aware of like the stuff currently coming out, and know like there's so many books out there that I want to read that a bunch of the ones in here just seemed like really pointless to have, including anything by Rochelle Mead. Next up I have The Bees by Laleen, that sounds right? Laleen Paul. That is definitely a cover buy. I don't know anything about it, but I really like how it looks. I've said in a closet unhaul before that this is my favorite size of book, like the extra large paperback. So cover buy, aesthetic buy. It's only 335 pages. It looks bigger. I don't know what this is about, but I want to keep it. So we've got 3 books so far in my TBR for September. We're halfway through this stack. And the next book we have is The Sisters Brothers by Patrick DeWitt. Do I still own that? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. I think the only reason that I picked that up was because it was being adapted, and I have since decided I'm not interested in viewing it, so I wasn't interested in reading it. All right, next up, speaking of westerns, we have The Dark Tower Book 1, The Gunslinger by Stephen King. This is my one Stephen King purchase of the month. Well, alright. Was not aware that I've owned that for 2 years. Yeah, I recognize that I should read it. I always plan to read it, so I guess this is our opportunity. Oh boy. So this is being adapted. I have since decided I'm probably not going to see the movie anyway. I've heard from a lot of people that it's not going to be similar to the book, or a lot of people told me that it's like the movie's going to be based on like the 5th book or something. And as much as I love Stephen King, I don't prefer his fantasy side of things. So we'll see how that goes. Honestly, like, I see The Dark Tower, the whole series, in like every thrift store I ever go to, and I don't pick it up. So I clearly don't have plans to collect and read the entire series. So if I don't get to the first one, or if I DNF it, like, I'm not gonna cry about it, you know? All right, next I have Sinner by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the 4th book in the Shiver series. I thought it was a trilogy, but then I guess there's a 4th book. I'm not sure. I have nothing to say. Continuation, or I don't know. I don't know what this was meant to be. So anyway, I haven't started the Shiver series, but now I have the entire thing. You started the Shiver series. You've done it, girl. 2 years later. Next, we've got The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, which I read this month. Read it. Obviously, I just said that. Next is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I read this month. This is my one brand new book that I purchased. Oh my god. Remember the days when I used to only buy like 1 or 2 brand new books in a month? Woo. But the next book I got is called The White Tiger by this person. Okay, so the deal with The White Tiger, do I even have it? So I'm pretty sure I unhauled that. I likely would have unhauled it anyway, because it's one of those books that I picked up because I saw people talking about. But after actually listening to people talking about it, they really don't like certain aspects. They don't like the way they are represented, and I just don't really plan to read that anyway. Then I picked up Going Bovine by Libba Bray, another one I don't know a ton about. I actually just put this one right here because it was on the floor. It had like fallen off my shelf. I need to reorganize so badly. I'm not surprised this one popped up. It's like 500 pages because I clearly have been going through like a Libba Bray buying phase. I must have like just heard of Libba Bray when I first started BookTube, and so I kept hauling all of her books. But that is, I think, the 6th book on my TBR. The last 2 books, which should please you, are Harry Potter. Yeah, I did it. I bought Harry Potter. I only bought this because I've never seen these covers. I don't know if these are like covers from a different country or if they're the covers from here, but I just have never seen them in my life. Oh my god. Why have we not talked about the fact that Harry Potter could show up in these closet unhauls? What? Oh boy. If I had bought any other books in this haul but the 2nd book, I could have said like, well, I don't have to read this because I haven't read the next book in the series, but this is literally the next book in the series. And I can say pretty confidently 2 things. I don't think I'm going to read this. But 2, I think I'm going to keep it. Unless I don't get to all of the other ones that I have to use my save for. I just don't see myself unhauling Harry Potter. I don't think I'm going to continue in the series. And if I do, it will be once my son is old enough to read the books. He's not really, like, the first one we kind of read together, but I think he needs to be a little older to continue. So, like, is it cheating if I just keep these and put it on his shelf? It probably is. In order to keep these, you want me to read them. Like, I liked Harry Potter, but not enough that I really want to continue. So this is awkward. So I will have to do some soul searching in the next month. and figure out what to do here. So, but yeah, my final stats are I read like 7 of the books. I unhauled like 5 of the books. Those numbers might be wrong. And unread, I have 7. 7 books that I bought 2 years ago and I need to read this month or get rid of them. Let me know what your predictions are with the 5 that I'm actually like interested in. I feel like I will start all of these. I don't feel comfortable unhauling any of them at this exact moment. So I think I'll give all of them a try before likely getting rid of a couple of them. Honestly, I've been wanting to get rid of this just because I think it's ugly and all my other Libba Bray are in paperback. And I have seen a paperback version of this at Value Village. So watch my next haul because I might just like get rid of this and buy a new copy. And then I don't have to read it. That's totally cheating. I'm kidding. Kind of. Yeah. Interesting haul. This is an interesting one. This could go like many different ways. So, alright. That is my closet unhaul. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this is the only thing you watch on my channel, I will see you next month. Bye!